All right. Well, did you open up the back door?
Yeah.
Well, I got to be able to get the charcoal. Oh shit. Hello. Uh, Good lord. Yeah, I messed it up. This is the High Noon with Shadowhawk Talks. Screws the pooch completely today. Um, oh, I hope Elsie knows to use the link that I posted earlier. Oh man, yeah, I messed everything up today. I'm sorry, guys. Uh, for a change of pace, I decided to skip ahead in the alphabet a little bit because we had Butch Cleaver, the origin of Butch Cleaver, up next, and we've done two Butch Cleavers in a row. I think love you, Matt. But I need a little variety on the channel, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to one of the books that came out a couple of years back, and it was awesome, in my opinion. I even had a plushie for it, believe it or not, which was very cool. And I still want to get one if it's possible. I gotta talk to Graham. But, so this week we've got the Chenoo. Uh, I guess number one. I believe Graham is going to do some more Chenoo stuff at some point. Uh, it's a beautiful, lots of black and white and gray tone, and just the one color splashed throughout with red. Uh, Frank Miller did that back in Sin City. The Spirit, Will Eisner. People have done that over the years, and I love that kind of thing. Um, Dr. Mask's Retro Elixir has a new book coming out. I believe it's called Besprinkled with Red. If you guys get a chance, go check out Dr. Mask. He's awesome. Um, Mark Hale. Uh, I will be there back in that baby. Uh, let's see, what else do we got to cover? I'm trying to tap dance my way out of this horrible, horrible beginning because I completely messed up the timing, and it looks like I'm not going to have any guests coming on. Although I was just on the phone with Elsie and thought he was going to be here. Okay. Elsie, where are you? Okay, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and get started on this review then. Uh, Hoping I can. Yeah, I think we can get all this on camera. This is pretty cool. So here we go. Blam. The Chenoo from Mr. Graham Nolan. And yeah, this cover with just a splash of color and the gray tones and all the beautiful black and whites is basically how the whole book is done inside. But if you look at this cover, you can see, oh, you see that? Spot gloss, baby, on the title and on the blood that's splattering off the slash. All of that is all spot varnished with the red. Absolutely beautiful. That's a scary looking dude right there. And as usual, I'm not going to do a whole lot of spoilers. The story behind the Chenoo is he's a mythic legend. He comes back like every 17 or 27 years, something like that. Uh, I, I should have read the thing. I was on the phone with Elsie. I had it out and I was going to reread it before we did this. And I just didn't have the time because I was talking to Elsie. Um, but anyway, we're going to take a look at this bad boy. So we have Come on, camera. There we go. The Chinook, created, written, illustrated by Graham Nolan, lettered by Carlos Mangual, variant cover colors by Gregory Wright. So we start off with a couple of guys out ice fishing. I believe this is Lake Erie, Buffalo, New York, the location of this story. Hey, Marv, get in here, buddy. I sent you the link. Help me out. Here we go. So the bros are ice fishing. One of them's got to go outside and pee. And his buddy hears a scream. And walks outside. Boom! And there you go. You get some spot color, some blood on the ground. And the guy sees blood on his hand. And you can see a trail where his buddy got dragged. And look at this. We got this great overhead shot where you can see where he grabbed the guy and then he's walking away. And he's like got all the little blood trail behind him. Little splashes of red. This is so cool, man. Just such great storytelling. And there's even this panel at the end where the cop touches the car and notices he's got a tiny drop of blood on his finger. Love it. And Graham's art is just incredible on this. His facial expressions, the snow effects and stuff are so good in this book. The gray tones. I mean, look at this. I mean, let's just. It's like Isom. It's a picture of a truck, but it's fucking so cool. It's, no, I'm not saying Graham uses 3DS. That's a nice pick. So then we transition to the town, and people are just living their lives. They don't know that the Chenoo has shown up, and he's going to be wreaking havoc. And this guy goes to leave. You know, he's been flirting with the waitress and stuff. Had a nice little dinner. As soon as he walks out the door, dragged off. The girl sees it. You know, she's losing her shit. Cops are still clueless and driving around it. And then here she is. She comes running out in the street, just screaming. And then she's saying, he's gone, he's gone. The cop has no clue still what's going on. So we get a couple of panels of him sitting there leaving her out in the cold instead of inviting him into his car where it's warm and having a conversation, which, typical cop behavior. They finally get into the car and they're moving along. And we get a couple more pages of exposition. We get the cop talking about what's going on. I mean, you can't get a grip on things. This just doesn't make any sense. And then we have the last panel on this page with the Chenoo approaching. You just see his bloody, dripping claws. Very cool. And then this panel is great. They're still doing a little exposition, a little storytelling, but you got the Chenoo incorporated into the panel structure, basically, which is very cool, Graham. I love that stuff. So these guys are discussing everything, and obviously this guy has no patience for the mythical bullshit. He's like, you're all full of shit. Just fuck off. And he storms outside. He's like, see, no boogeyman. And then, wham! Look at that. Elsie, I'll be right there, my friend. Hold on 1 second and I will bring you in. Let me mark this page. But, oh, look at that. Shanu just grabs him by the face. I love it. Alright, let's bring Elsie up here. Dun, dun, dun. Invite guests. Oh, shit. Now, dang it. Add stage. There we go. There's Elsie. Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
How you doing, man? It took you a couple minutes to get here, so.
Yeah, buddy. I had to fix Mama something to eat real quick.
No, all good. I understand. I'm gonna have lunch after this, so I get it.
Will too.
We got Marv in the chat. He's made it today. Marv, I believe I sent you the link if you want to come in. If not, then that's all good. So anyway, we're going over the Shanu today, Elsie. We're a couple of pages in now, and one of these guys who was a non-believer just got grabbed by the head and dragged off panel. I'll show you that here in a second. Let me go back to the main layout. Okay. StreamYard makes it easier for me to post comments in the chat, but it makes it harder for me to do everything else. I don't know why. Okay, there we are. So, boom. Back to the Shanu. Oh, look at that cover, Els. That's just.
Oh my goodness! Look at that,
dude. Man.
Is that Kevin Nolan? Is that Kevin Nolan?
That's Graham. Yeah, Graham Nolan.
Oh, Graham Nolan. Okay. Graham
yeah. The creator of Bane.
Oh, okay.
With Chuck Dixon.
Let's see. I was looking at
something.
Graham is. It was. I looked it up. I got it. It's is he kin to this Nolan, Kevin Nolan, who did Batman?
I don't know.
Well, the cover.
I've never heard him mention it. Yeah, I haven't heard anybody talk about it, so I'm guessing not. But
this was in 1993.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. We'll do that. You can show me after we get done with the book here. Hold on.
No problem, bro. I switched. I just thought they were the same. You know, I didn't.
No, different guy. Yeah.
Graham. Okay, Graham Nolan. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, Graham worked with Chuck Dixon for quite a few years with DC Comics. They did the whole Nightfall.
I remember that.
Yeah. That. But anyway, this is Graham's first CG book, and he kind of did the old Will Eisner or Frank Miller Sin City type thing with the black and white and just use red as a highlight color.
Did they do some of that kind of stuff in Watchmen too?
Yeah, I think they did. Like on a couple of issues of Watchmen, they did something like that. But
that dude's face is messed up.
Oh yeah. So this dude walks outside and he's like telling these other guys he just stormed out. He's like, "You guys are idiots. Fuck you." He walks outside and is like, "See, no boogeyman," and then chomp. He just grabbed his head and pulls him off screen.
Mercy.
Everybody else is looking outside. Holy shit! Close the fucking door. Everybody, they're like, "Oh shit!" And then look at that. Oh. See, now here's a little background on the Shanu. He's kind of like a Wendigo or something. He's a cursed creature. He comes back. It's either like every 17 or 27 years or something like that. He comes back up in the north. You know, always during a blizzard, and he just slaughters everybody that he meets, and he eats their hearts. Because
like Pumpkinhead would pick out what he wanted, your eyes or your
right. But It's like because of the curse, he eats the hearts because that's like
Oh,
the only thing that gives him any kind of internal warmth, even just temporarily. So the rest of the time he's like freezing and suffering, as a even though he's a snow beast, it's like the cold still hurts him. So he's back
so
on
he's
his
trying-
kind of like cicada like reappearance.
I
And
got you.
he's wreaking havoc on this small town. They're still like most of the people in the town don't even know what's going on. And
Hmm.
other people have been exposed already and stuff. So they're just losing their
Freaking
shit.
hell. No doubt.
And so there's still blah blah blah, a lot of discussing what's going on and stuff. It's very movie like in the way that Graham put this together. And if we wanted to
They're
go
probably
through
trying to,
through and read every little bubble and stuff, it's a good story. It will keep you
just
involved.
like you're saying, Shadow, you said that everybody's trying to figure out what was going on. Some people didn't. So they gotta, come together and try to figure it out.
Right, exactly. And it's hard to put a lot of action into the
Ooh,
book when you're doing that kind of exposition and stuff. But I think the artwork and the panel
yeah,
layouts and stuff, the way
help.
Graham lays it out, kind of
Right.
makes up for that lack of action, right?
Very
So they finally
nice.
get the courage up to venture outside. And they
One was
hardly
messed
get,
up.
a few steps when they discover somebody. I think he was trying to hide from the Chenoo or something. I don't know if he got killed by him or not, but they find him inside this chimney.
He
So maybe
messed
he got
up.
stuffed in there. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then,
He
boom.
didn't want none of the heat. He didn't want none of the heat to go away, so he stuffed the chimney with him.
Yeah. Yeah, he wanted to put the fire out, right? Yeah, that makes sense.
Warn
I didn't
him
even
of
think about that. I thought maybe the dude crawled in there to get away, and just,
it. What are these guys doing? Going down the chimney or coming out of it?
oh, thanks, Mark. All right. Yeah, no, have a good dinner, brother. Uh,
Yeah.
no, he just comes up like behind him. Apparently, he was on the roof and they didn't
Wow.
realize it. And so he pops up. And I love the use of the spot color on this, and then
That's really good.
the way the snow is done in this too, Elsie. I mean, you might know better than I do. I don't know how they get that rendering of the weather so good. Like, you got
I would have to research and do some photography and just
yeah, like I mean, you
look
get
at
the
the
sense
different
of
light.
the wind
Yeah.
is blowing and the snow is screaming
Uh-huh.
in, and you got this big old monster trying to rip your face off and then eat your heart. It's I mean, I love the way Graham put this together. Look at that. It's like John Carpenter's The Thing or something, when they're
That dude's
outside.
freaking out.
It's so fucking cool. Anyway, uh, so yeah, like after the attack, the people are trying to pull their shit back together. They're talking about what to do next. And the one dude's like, I think I just pissed him off because he shot him with the shotgun. He's like, I don't think I did any damage at all. I think I just made him angry. And now they're, completely scared and tripped out. And look at the lighting on these panels and just the way Graham renders the blacks and whites and then blends the grays.
You see the light. The light is actually shining
Yeah.
in
Oh,
the
bro.
artwork.
This this is beautiful stuff. I mean, this is why I love black and white and gray toned art so much. Is like you can just get so much out of it and so much detail. And a lot of times that gets lost once the color is applied, you know?
Oh yeah. Kind of
Oof,
like what
I didn't even notice.
Ryan what
Look at this bottom
what
panel.
Ryan did. Yeah. Oh
Shanu
yeah.
comes back and he's just
Whoa.
obviously he is pissed off. He's like,
Same,
"Argh."
Praise so.
You're gonna come back and get your ass.
Hey, buddy, look at that panel above that shadow. Look at that light, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can see it shining out at you, ain't
I
it?
know.
It's like
I
you want to
can't.
put,
I can't.
you want to shade your eyes a little bit almost.
Yeah, it looks like it's real, like there's a light bulb in that comic.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful stuff, dude. And I mean, look at the lighting of the upshot, on
Hmm.
the sheriff's face, and just
Good
so
stuff,
good,
man.
dude.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Grant is awesome, dude. He's another ink slinger, man. He's not
Yeah,
afraid of
he looks
slamming
like he
them
could be.
blacks up in there.
I bet he
Look
could
at
be
that
a pretty
profile
good
pic,
portrait
dude.
artist.
That's you know
People don't
cross-hatching.
understand. Look, people don't understand, Shadow. That profile is a lot harder to do than a face straight on.
Oh yeah.
Profiles are not easy.
Then
They
you
can
got
look simple, but they're not.
a crazy Karen freaking out. What's going on? Something ain't my husband.
Oh my.
Oh, and again, last panel on the page. He's coming back. Gives him
Yeah.
a big old roar,
He's
and
still
then
cold.
yep. And there's still, if my camera will focus, he's still got that little red spot color on the claws and the jaws.
Uh-huh. On his
So
mouth.
cool. Even though it's a tiny little panel, you can hardly even see that red. It's still there. Now the guys are inside. And they're like, wow, we know he's
Yeah.
coming.
Good. He starts using
Shanu.
that red better and better, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. Shanu shows up outside.
My.
And then,
I hope I never run into Shanu, buddy. I'll tell you.
well, yeah, that dude will eat your everything. Hail duck
I
bacon.
don't won't have nothing left.
And so he crashes in through the doorway. Like that
Wow.
thick ass wooden door meant nothing to
That's
this
cool,
dude.
man.
He just walks through it like it was yesterday's news. Meantime, all these guys are hoofing it out the back door. Let's get the hell out of here.
Took all
everybody's
them
everybody's running away in the snow. Look at this dude. Look at how cool
waist
that
high.
snow is rendered and everything. It
Look
just
how deep it is.
it
Up to
just
their waist
feels
almost.
bleak. It's like holy shit. This
Man,
gotta
I
suck.
feel trapped. I right now looking at that, I feel trapped, man. Like
Yeah,
I ain't gonna be able to get away. I'm stuck.
yeah. And this girl comes up with the bright idea. She's got herself a
Molotov.
Molotov cocktail, and
Yeah.
this dude does
All right.
too. They're gonna apparently that was their plan. Sorry, I missed that. But they decided they're gonna run out the back and then set the place on fire and see if they couldn't melt this horrible snow creature.
I'd be
But he
hoping I
gets
could
oh,
warm him up enough.
come on, camera.
There you
Oh,
go.
my phone is being a dick. Oh, there we go.
Hey, mercy.
So
You
they're all
son of a
looking.
bitch.
Shanu comes through and he's getting ready to come out the back of the house after him. And
Fixing
you
to
can
hit a
see the
Molotov.
Molotov cocktail sails in
Uh,
right over the top of his head. And then look
his
at this.
eye.
That's
Mhm.
so cool. The reflection in his
That
eye
is.
and stuff. You can see the bottle going by.
Yeah.
And then, boom! We got the cool ass onomatopoeia. Giant explosion. I mean, it seems a little extreme for one Molotov cocktail, but I don't know what it was filled with. So, I'm
That's
not going to
true.
quibble. I mean,
If it was
maybe it
if
was
it was
racing fuel.
nitroglycerin,
I'm not sure. That seems like an awful big boom.
it's full of
And
nitrous.
so the only thing left standing basically is like the brick chimney. Everything else is blown apart and on fire. They're all like, "Oh, it's over. Thank God, we got him." And then, movement in the rubble. Oh shit, Shanu's still
Huh.
alive. You didn't kill him.
It lives.
Now he's looking to come and get you. Cop finally unfreezes after, most of the book he hasn't done anything. Finally decides to unload his gun on the Chinook for all the good that's going to do him. Don't think that's going to help him much. And but Chewie Chomp, he's gone. His head in the monster's mouth. Adios, muchacho.
Whoa.
The Karen sees that guy get his head bitten off, and loses her shit. Decides she's gonna try to rush him with a stick. Like that's and adios head. Ka-ching. She's
Bye,
all
Karen.
flying into the breeze. Nobody wants to listen to you, Karen. And the other cop still shooting, not doing any good.
No.
And the Chinook is closing in. And this guy makes the mistake of saying, "Do your worst." It's probably a bad idea.
Light
Ooh,
him up,
but
boys.
off to the distance, yes, someone has come with reinforcements. And it looks like we might have a flamethrower. Oh,
Oh,
yes,
my.
we do. Look at that. We got us a
Ooh,
flamethrower. Somebody
my.
came up with some nice improvised weapons here.
No
Whoosh,
kidding.
whoosh, whoosh. You just hear the fire scarecrow. How about a little fire? Hosing them down. It looks like maybe finally actually put them down this time. Everybody's sad about everybody that died, all the destruction that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking to each other, trying to figure out how they're going to go on. And then we find out the guy with the flamethrower is from a privately secured and funded division of the Buffalo Police. They were developed with one purpose, and that was to kill the Chinook. They figured out over the years, that he keeps coming back every so often, and they had to have something available to fight against him. So they watch out for this kind of crap. And whoop, okay, my camera's doing its own thing again. So to close out, they're talking about it, and more than likely, all they did was drive him off for a while. They won't know for sure until the next time that he's due to come back, and they'll see whether or not uh, something happens. So a great little cliffhanger for the ending leaves it open for more new stories in the future, which I'm looking forward to eventually. Graham's been working on Return and Escape and all the Monster Island stuff, and Joe Frankenstein over the last couple of years. So I think
He's
the
been
next
busy.
Shanu should be coming up on his schedule pretty soon, which
Sounds
would be
like
cool.
he's busy.
Oh yeah, he's got plenty of stuff going on. And then there's a little prequel in the back here as well. Um, this one is just straight up black and white. It's just or actually, it's a preview of the next coming book. It's however many years later, and a guy and his wife are on their way to the hospital in the middle of a blizzard, and they get taken out. But I'm not going to show you that because I've shown you enough of that. Anyhow, um, yeah, Marv. I believe Graham puts his stuff up there. If not, he's probably got a Graham Nolan website somewhere, and you could probably contact him and get a copy that way. Hey, Lorenzo Sleestack. Good to see you, Lorenzo. It's been a while. Hope you've been well, buddy. Uh, Duck Bacon, thanks for stopping by, Marv. It's always good to have you. Sorry you couldn't make it on. I hope you had a good dinner. And yeah, sorry, I completely screwed the pooch on the scheduling today. Let me redo the layout here. Bring Elsie on. There we go. All right, there you are, Els.
Hey man, what's up?
Say hi, everybody.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. That's a good
But
story.
yeah,
I
that's one
like.
of my favorite horror books so far that has come out of all the CG stuff. Really looking forward to number two. I love Graham stuff. I've got all the Joe Frankenstein. I bought all the Escape and Return to Monster Island and all those as well. Um, he's got a really kind of cool. It reminds me of the old school guys like Gil Kane and stuff. The way he does his facial expressions and all that. Um, it, it's got a little bit of cartooniness to it, but at the same time, it's very expressive and
You
like
know,
you can
I
really
see.
see
I
like
seen
when
his work.
the people
I
are
seen his work.
scared, you can see the fear on their face. It's
Yeah,
I,
he could
I
be a
love that.
port. He could do portraits. I bet you he's done them. Sit down and do portraits of people, just draw them. You know,
Oh yeah, I'm
seems,
sure.
seems
Yeah.
like it. Well, I mean, seems like he could do that because I've been called in because it had to look like whatever they're doing, and they couldn't get it to look like this person. So I was asked to do the face. They wanted it to look
Mm-hmm.
like
Because I mean,
somebody
it's
in.
it's easy to just draw a generic face,
Oh
but
yeah,
when you're
I can
trying
do
to
that
make it look
blindfolded, brother.
like somebody, like an actual likeness of someone, that's a whole different way of
Yeah,
drawing.
that's all. Yeah, that's what I would set up and do quick drawings of faces. Hey man, it's
Yeah.
not easy to do.
Like
Once you
even
can't, once
caricature,
oh
because you're
yeah.
doing cartoony stuff, but you still got to capture the,
But see,
the
I never
like the
wanted. I
person's
always
image.
felt like if I always felt like if I was making them a cartoon, I was making fun of them. Like I'd give them a big nose. I didn't do that. I tried my best to draw them, and it was cartoony in the end, probably, but it resembled them, and you grabbed
Yeah.
them a little bit of the moment, and they know it when they look. Those parents when they see that they was wanting them.
Oh yeah.
Once you show them that you can do it, you know,
Did
because
you
it's
know it's like the one I had the most problems with back in the day when I was, really into drawing and I really was, it was a toss up between an artist and a musician back in the day. And I was
yeah,
just, I threw myself into my art and
yeah,
my ex-wife wanted me to do a portrait of her dog, based on this picture that she had of this it was an old shepherd collie mix named Rachel, and she was just a sweetheart. She was a really good dog. And dude, getting the likeness of that dog right. I mean, I can draw a dog, just a generic dog, but like when you're trying to make it somebody's dog that they loved, it I don't know, man. It's a whole different thing. It took me a long time to get that thing where I wanted it,
you know
before I could
why it
give it.
took you that long, bro? You know why it took you that long? Because
Because I
you
gave a
had to.
crap.
Oh, because it was personal.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
It would be for me now. Like when I'm doing my own kids or my grandchildren,
Mm,
I can be highly dissatisfied. Okay, real easy, or I can be, wow, I did it. I caught them. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
it's one or the other when it's personal. But let me tell you something. When you're just doing it and you pumping them out every 5 minutes, after about 2 hours, man, you just you had your way to do it. You started this way, and when you could do it, grab a likeness of them, and then man, then you start churning them out, man. That people start lining up because they want one. They say, "Oh man, that's looks like that kid,"
yeah. And
So
yeah, I've always that's been the most difficult part for me. It's like doing, actual likenesses of people. I can draw generic hands,
how
generic
I
faces.
started. You know how I started, Shadow. I was uh I was living in middle of a little town, and I wanted to do portraits. There wasn't anywhere to go set up and draw people. So I went to Walmart and asked the manager if I could set up by his frame shop. and draw portraits, for cheap, like $2, And he
Uh-huh.
said, sure. He said, sure. So I sat in Walmart, was drawing portraits, man. Just
Oh, cool.
for
Just like a
really
little
nothing.
set up a little stand out of the sidewalk or whatever.
No, I set up in the store right beside the frames, and I told
Oh
him
shit.
I'd draw them and I'd try to sell his frames for him too. He's sure, man. It was a little town. It wasn't like it's a big, humongous Walmart. It was back when
Right, yeah.
Walmart was
That's
kind of
cool though,
small.
man. You could do
Hey,
that. That's
I just I didn't know if I could. I had to ask the manager. That's the only way I found out. You know, just
yeah,
asked him.
dude.
He said,
Like
sure,
back
go
in the
ahead.
day, if you wanted to do something like that around here, you had to go to the local mall, and they charge you outrageous prices for a little piece of floor space, dude.
Hmm. And if you were having fun doing it, it kind of was pretty cool. Back when I had a
Yeah,
lot of
I mean,
energy,
if you got the
20
traffic and
something
stuff,
years old,
and
30
you're
years
making
old, I had
sales.
a lot of energy, and I enjoyed doing it. So, now I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't want to go to Walmart and sit down and draw pictures.
No, not anymore. Walmart used to be,
Not for
it was
two
a
dollars
decent place.
anyway. I ain't drawing nothing for $2.
Well, dude, I don't like going shopping anywhere anymore. It's like like people used to get dressed up and go to the grocery store on Sunday after church, you know. And now you go to the grocery store and you got people walking around in their pajamas with slippers on and shit. And
Well,
I guess I'm
I
too old
grew up.
school,
I
man.
grew up in the country, boy. I grew up when that was about all some folks had was their flip flops and their cut off blue jeans, and
Well, yeah,
they'd come.
I guess it's a cultural thing, man. But I mean,
Depends
just
on where you're at,
yeah, I
too.
get. But I mean, just to say, I like even if you just had cutoffs and stuff, you still woke up, got dressed in the morning, cleaned yourself up. You didn't just roll out of bed,
Yeah.
throw on a pair of
Oh yeah,
slippers, and
that's
then
true.
go to the store and shit. You know what I
Right.
mean?
You didn't go anywhere. You always got cleaned up before you went anywhere.
Exactly, bro. I won't even leave the house if I haven't had a shower, dude. I don't want to be in public if I haven't been,
Right.
prepped
Right.
first. It's just,
Mhm. The way it
I
is,
don't know.
man.
I don't know if that's just me. I'm sure other people are
Shadow,
like that too.
Shadow says, "Hey, I'm not nasty." Okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know. But anyway, all right, you guys. I appreciate everybody being here and having the patience to put up with me today in my late scheduling. Remember to
Yeah,
send me your votes. It's Pickle Harry, smoked oysters, or mussels for the Wednesday sardine stream. So I'm going to go by what people vote for. Right now, it's 2 smoked oysters to 1 mussels and 1 pickled herring. So we will see the results come in as we get closer to Wednesday. I'll see everybody at the 4 o'clock shadow. Elsie, thank you for joining me, sir. Always appreciated. I will see everybody later. Gotta get some lunch.
okay. Keep collecting.